Moi everyone and welcome to Finish Your Plate. Today I'm trying something different. On Reddit I saw a poster called You and One Ball who posted a recipe about a orange or citrus flavored chicken. You might ask, well, what makes it Finnish? The trick was that it uses some long drink in it. This is a long drink flavored chicken. It has some fried chicken pieces. It has some sweet and sour and spicy sauce that's flavored with grapefruit and long drink. I'm super curious to find out how it turns out. If you are too, join me and let's see, is this long drink chicken any good? First, let's make a dredge for the chicken. I have here 140 grams of cornstarch. I'm going to add 75 grams of all-purpose flour. I'm going to add some MSG in here too. About 2 teaspoons. And then some salt. Again, about 2 teaspoons. Just mix that up quickly just to combine everything. Okay. And then I have here 2 eggs. Just going to crack them in my bowl over here. And I'll add just a splash of water in my 2 eggs. And now I'll just mix them up. Okay, now that everything's been mixed up, my egg wash goes over here. And my flour and cornstarch mix goes into the other bowl. We'll set these aside for just a moment. I have here 2 packets of boneless, skinless thighs. So I'm going to take these out and I'm just going to cut them into smaller bite-sized pieces. So now let's dredge the chicken. First we'll dunk it in the egg wash. Get it all nice and wet with the egg. And then we're going to put it in the flour and cornstarch mix. Try not to get my hands too cornstarchy, but it happens. I'm using one hand for the wet and one for the dry. And then I'm going to just put the pieces here. I'm going to shake off the excess. Same thing here. I feel like this was maybe a little short. But again, I probably need to just shake off the excess a little bit better. All right. I think this is the most annoying part of the process, really. It's messy and your hand gets coated and this is all kinds of stuff. That is not pleasant, but hopefully the end result will be worth it. And now I'll try to dredge the rest of these without making too much of a mess. Maybe a plastic bag, like a Ziploc bag method, would have been better. Okay, yeah, I think this amount of dredge was enough after all. So when you get lumps like this, you just got to separate them. Okay. There we go. Good. Let's clean up the mess. We'll let the chicken hang out here a little bit before we fry it, and meanwhile we make the sauce. I have here, of course, some long drink. We're going to use 160 mils, which is maybe just a little over half of a can. We had 180 mils of vinegar, 170 grams of sugar, 90 mils of soy sauce, then just a little bit of zhenjiang vinegar. You could just omit that or maybe replace it with some cooking wine or something like that to give it a little bit of acidity. It's a specialty item and you may not be able to find it everywhere. And then I have some garlic, some ginger paste, and some hot chilies. What's funny is that I had to go to 4 different grocery stores here in New York metro area before I found fresh chilies. And this is something I've said in my videos before, that in Finland there's kind of like this underground, maybe not even so much underground, chili culture, that you're going to find fresh chilies, a huge variety of them, in pretty much any grocery store, even a smaller grocery store that you go to. You're going to find something like this on the shelf. Even though, of course, chilies don't grow in Finland, they're not typically part of the Finnish cuisine, yet somehow they're just widely available. Okay, and then I also have a grapefruit here, which I'm gonna peel, and some green scallions. So we'll start with the long drink, 160 mils, which is about there. I guess the rest is for the chef. I'm gonna turn on my heat. Has a very nice citrusy aroma already. And the vinegar. And the other vinegar. The soy sauce. And sugar. So one interesting thing to note is that when it comes to cooking with alcohol, this applies to both the US and Finland. Alcohol usually does not have its ingredients listed. There's no ingredient declaration. So sometimes some of these long drink variations could have some artificial sweetener in it. So what's going to happen when you cook with artificial sweetener is that it's going to lose its sweetness completely. And of course, it will not make the syrup that you're looking for. Just something to know in case the sauce doesn't really turn out how you thought it would. And I'll add 2 teaspoons of my ginger paste here. There we go. I'll crush in 4 cloves of garlic. And let's start mixing this up a little. I'll add the zest of the grapefruit. And of course the chilies that I'm gonna just chop up. So I use 2 red ones, 2 green ones. Of course, chilies vary quite a bit how hot they are. So use your own judgment how hot you want it and how hot your chilies are. And now we'll take 1 tablespoon of cornstarch, add a little bit of water to it, and we'll add this in the sauce as well. So this is going to thicken up the sauce for us. Now we're just going to cook this a little while until it's thickened enough. Let's taste the seasoning. Wow, and it's actually pretty tasty. It's sweet. It's got, of course, the little bit of the vinegary taste to it. It's got that heat to it, the spiciness from the chilies. That is pretty tasty. And of course, the taste of the grapefruit too. We must not forget that. So I did put a lot of chilies in, so mine is pretty spicy. So again, use your own judgment there. Do not trust my judgment necessarily. Even though you're watching this channel, do not trust my judgment. All right, we're going to keep cooking this until this thickens, and then we're going to fry up our chicken, and then we're going to eat. All right, so I'm going to use my wok to fry the chicken. So I'm not going to be deep frying my chicken. I'm just going to put a little bit of oil on the bottom. You could, of course, use like a frying pan here too. I mean, deep frying works, but I just find it's a little bit messy, too complicated. Then you have all this oil to deal with. Okay, so once the oil is hot enough, then we are going to put a few pieces at a time, fry them, and I have here just some paper towel to dry up the pieces of chicken. I can see the surface of the oil starting to shimmer, so I think it's time to put in the chicken. I think here you just have to make sure that the pieces are individual pieces so they're not clumped up together too much. Of course, I'm going to have to do this in batches. All right, now that the pieces are done, I'm just going to put them on the paper towel and keep on frying more batches. Okay, I really can't wait to try this. So I'm going to use this batch of chicken that I made, and I'm going to make myself a plate now. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this chicken that I fried and add our sauce in here. I'm not going to use all the sauce here because I still have more chicken that I'm going to fry up later, but I really want to try this now. There we go. That's probably good. And let's just toss them around, and we'll add some sesame seeds and some scallions. There we go. Alrighty. I have here just some plain white rice. I'm going to add that. And then I'm going to just add my chicken in here. Maybe just a few scallions on top. I think I'll just drizzle some more of the sauce on top. There we go. And now the moment we've been waiting for. Ooh, wow. That is really tasty. It reminds me a lot of when you get in American Chinese restaurants, you get orange chicken or sesame chicken, something like that, or maybe General Tso's. It's got that sweetness. It has the acidity from the vinegar. The spice is on point. I really don't think I could improve this dish. Thanks a lot for the suggestion. If anything, I wonder if marinating the chicken for a little bit, maybe even in the long drink itself, would make a difference. I don't know. And the crunchiness of the chicken is kind of like chicken karaage. It doesn't necessarily have a whole ton of flavor because all we did was put a little salt, MSG, and of course flour on it. But the flavor really comes from the sauce. The sauce really shines here. This is a wonderful dish, but I think there's something missing. I think a dish like this needs a good drink with it. What a great pairing. So, this is a little bit of departure of what I usually do. Let me know in the comments. How did you like it? Are you going to try this dish? And of course, if you did try it, how did you like it? And as always, please make sure to like and subscribe. And I'll see you next time on Finish Your Plate.